I'm a geek though. Okay, we're recording. So, okay, I got a Chargers shirt on tonight. Sorry. And I was gonna go to the gym afterwards, after Live Prima, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I get to finally show you guys what I've been working on all this last year is some designs for Prima marketing. Finally. A lot of you know my Bloom Girls. They're the paintings and the art dolls and everything that I create. I call them Bloom Girls. So, Prima and I created the Bloom collection. Fits right? So we have stamps and we have some other goodies I'm going to show you a little bit later. But I wanted to show you kind of the stamps and how we get to that point of creating the actual product. And kind of go through that and show you my beautiful girls. Some of you have seen them, of course, you probably all have seen them on Facebook today, but I'm so excited. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down so we can take a look at these a little closer, and I'll show you a couple of projects. I'll show you my art venture project, which will also show you another one of my products coming out. So let's take a look. Okay, let's see. My computer's not happy with me, you guys. Alright, well, we're just going to have to go until it tells me to stop. Sorry about the hand. Alright, okay, so these, I'm going to take them out of the package so you can see them without the cellophane. And I'm going to show you a couple with their actual drawings, my sketches, to develop the design. And I wanted to create a line of stamps that would really fit for anybody and everybody. No matter what country, what color, what size, what shape, does not matter. I wanted to create stamps that would relate to everyone. Okay? And I am really grateful I was able to do this, and I'm really hoping that you guys all like these stamps. There's something in these for everybody. So this one, as you can see, is my little girl. Okay. We have some poppies up here. We have the tattoo style filigree. And that's another thing you'll notice in my designs is you can go very cutesy and feminine with them, or you can go a little edgier with them, depending on how you use them and incorporate them in your projects. Now these are about a 4x5. Some of them are a little bit taller depending on the design. So you could easily use these for stamping, for card making, for scrapbooking. You can use them for mixed media. You can even use them for jewelry, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. I'm not going to show you yet. And, oh, my computer. Hold on. If it gets a little jumpy, I apologize. It's saying that my internet is not supporting something. Not too happy about that. Let me check something real quick. They are 4x5, okay? Let me shut off this, and that might help it. How to shut my computer. Let's see. Okay. So, it's been saying that lately. Okay. Carrie says it's just not me. It's probably Ustream. So you could see by the size of my hand, they're a decent size. You could do a lot of different things. They're not very small to where you're trying to fill in little nooks and crannies. And you won't lose a lot of detail when you stamp these. So there's this one. This one, Carrie and Sharon have two in here that they say they look like them. So they're dubbing them Carrie and Sharon. I think this one is the Sharon. Yeah? Carrie will have to tell me which is which. Okay, this one, she has like little sewing notions and like fabric flowers, a pin cushion. We have little paint brushes. This is kind of a little bit of me. Everything my artistic side is in the stamp. And some of you will notice elements of what my original logo was a couple years back, with the little heart and the spool of thread and the cherry blossoms. And again, the little cherry blossoms are kind of a tattoo design. So I wanted to kind of bring in a little bit of myself into these as well. Okay. You see that? So cute. And then you can see the little designs on this little flower. Now this one, I took a piece of shrink paper, you know, shrinking paper, and I made a little charm out of it. And I am going to make jewelry pieces for some of the ladies to wear at CHA. Now my little giveaway is I'm going to have 10 pieces of jewelry, whether it's a bracelet, a necklace, earrings. And if you are going to CHA, the first 10 people who come up and find me, and I'll post it, I'll post pictures with everybody, you'll get a piece of little jewelry with one of the Bloom Girls designs on it, okay? So I'll post that again, and then I'll have a chance for a couple online ladies to win as well. But I'm going to be showing these in the next couple of weeks on how different you can use these, okay? And also I'm going to top them with the resin, so they'll be totally protected. But I've been playing around with these. So just a little piece of shrink paper, and they turned out so awesome. Look at how well that came out on the paper. Isn't that cute? I love it. And it's been so long since I used any type of the shrink film, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these would look so cute as jewelry pieces. So that's what I did. Okay, so that's the second stamp, and here's another stamp that could go a lot of different nationalities. She's a little plainer than the rest of them, but I wanted something a little more subdued for those that didn't want a lot of detail on them. Isn't she pretty? I had one of my Bloom Girls paintings of her. She was one of my originals, and we just made her into a nice little stamp. I'll show you the shrink film. You can get it. This is the shrink film, okay? And you can get this at Michael's, at Joann's, any of your craft stores. It's usually in the kids' craft area, I believe. That, or they sometimes have it in the stamping area. And what you do is you bake it. You stamp on it, you can paint, you can draw, you can color on it, and then you stick it into the oven, and it shrinks down and turns into a hard plastic. They have a few different types. They have a white, they have a matte finish, and then they have a clear glossy finish. So there's a few different things you can use with it. I'd show you kind of the before and after, but the oven's out in the kitchen, of course. But this is, I mean, I shrunk my stamp design down from this size down to this size. So that gives you an idea of how much shrink you get with the paper. Okay? So that's how much they shrunk down. So that's pretty neat. This is about 1.5 inches, which is wearable. It's a wearable piece. I have some ladies who are going to wear them walking around, and then some of you guys may win some as well. I used Ranger's archival ink. I use this to stamp. You can use StazOn. Okay. See, and I'll give you the sizes on these stamps. So the first one, she's a 5x4. This one is about a 5.5. Actually, about a 6x4. She's probably going to be another, she's a little less than 4. She's a 3.5 by 5.5. So they're around 4x5. That's about your average, is a 4x5. Okay? Yeah, Archiver, the StazOn work the best with the shrink paper. Here's another one. Some of the people I've shown my drawings to kind of really liked this one. She's really pretty. She's got some cherry or apple blossom or strawberry blossoms. She's got a bunch of different types, strawberries. She's got a bunch of different types of flowers in her. Okay. Yeah, these, you could definitely still, like, even the size on the little flowers, if you wanted to fussy cut some of these flowers out to use on other pieces, there are some very usable pieces to cut out. And this one, she's a 3.5 by 5 little profile piece. Okay. I was really inspired, well, my art is inspired by kind of tattoo art, and my fine arts background comes into some of the elements. Here's another one. She's got a little teacup in her hair. She's got some more flowers. This is the other Carrie or Sharon. I think this is the Carrie. She actually has the original piece that's similar to the stamp. So those are the girl stamps, okay? Those are the Bloom Girls. And if you look at the packaging, this is kind of a little preview of what my collection looks like, okay? All of this stuff is I hand painted it and hand collaged it. Now let me show you my sample for Art Venture. Alright, so you ladies coming to Art Venture in Anaheim, or you are on the fence of coming to Art Venture in Anaheim, which is the 8th and 9th of January. We have a few spots left. They opened a few more because of the demand. So there are a few spots left, and it's right before CHA. So if you're planning to go CHA, why not add this 2 extra days and come and have fun with us? That's 6 classes you'll get to have with us. And you've seen some of the stamp previews in the sneak peeks on Prima's page of our projects, and you are going to love them. All of them are with the new product. We're going to have so much fun. Well, here is another little surprise. Okay. This is another piece from my collection. This is my mixed media album. It's an 8x8. It has about a 2-inch, I think it's a 2-inch binding on it, so you can add a lot of different stuff. I wanted to design something that would work well with mixed media artists, who would work well with scrapbookers, who do the daily scrapbooking like the Project Life. I wanted to make a universal book that would really touch everybody's needs. The cover comes with just plain craft, and then the binding has a little bit of my design work on it. Inside it comes with plain craft pockets. I used some spray and a stencil on the cover. Okay. And the insides, the papers that come inside have already been partially done. So there's some things that I've already done in here, but you can totally add on to it. These are really great pieces. These, if you're intimidated by drawing but you like to color and paint, these kind of have a base for you already there. Okay, so here are one of the Bloom Girls that are in there. Okay, here's another pair of the pages with the little Insta chick and the camera. All of our Instagram pictures. This is a great size to scrap those if you guys are the scrapbookers. You can even pull these out and use for collage on another project. There's so many different possibilities with this book. I wanted something that wasn't going to be very limiting. It's really nice and happy in color. Another dual page that you could just slap paint on. You can ink, you can stamp. The colors aren't showing up too happy with my light, but hopefully you guys can kind of get the gist of them. This one's a little collage page. You can even pull one of them out and cut them up. They're little Polaroids with different patterns from the collection in there. Yeah, and there's so much room in the book, you could add more papers to it. Here's another one with a nice base background, just neutral little, it's hard to show up on here. Neutral background. Another one, it says, create to your heart's content. And then we have another little Polaroid spot. You could put a picture in there. You can color. You could paint. Just slap it on there, you know. Here's another one of the Bloom Girls in here for you guys to go wild on. Let me show you some back here. And then I want to show you a couple of the pages in the front that kind of are what inspired me to kind of create this book, okay? More just little feathers and create and inspire. So this is just a really great. Here's another little Bloom Girl with some journaling spots. You could totally paint and, oh, I'm so excited. Here's some little journal. We have journal tags that come with the collection, but here's some little bits and pieces that you can cut out as well in the back. Okay. And then in the front, I wanted to show you. It says, love what you create, laugh at your mistakes, inspire others, and live to be happy. And this is, I wanted him to put it in the front because I want you to think that every time you go to create something. Don't worry about how you mess up. Think of a way you could make it something great, and share your art. Share your artwork with others, because that's why we do it, right? We don't create art just to sit in our closet and collect dust. Okay? This is another one. And this one, I'm going to paint over the top of it once we are done with Art Venture. But it says, Pablo Picasso once said, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Artists and crafters find a sense of relief when they sink themselves into their art. They wash away the troubles of a work week, the stresses of school, or just the chaos of the world around them. Keeping an art journal helps maintain that steady stream of creativity, that outlet that every creative mind longs for. Dive into the art-filled pages of this book to wash the dust off of your mind, heart, and soul. Okay? Then, I have an artist bucket list for you guys. Whether it's achievements, whether it's just nonsense of things you would love to accomplish or love to see, I created that. Because I think everybody needs kind of just a little reminder about what their goals are and what they want, and that's kind of my reasoning behind this little journal right here. You can see some of the other pieces. Here's one of our Bloom Girls. Lovely. She's painted in some watercolor pencils and also the twinkling H2Os, which we're going to be using at Art Venture. You could use so many different materials with these stamps, which is great. And you can see we don't lose any of the detail adding those colors on top of the stamp. Isn't that awesome? Okay. Do you guys have any questions? I'm trying to read the chat. I don't have their names, but I can, they're not on here, but I can give you, actually, I'm not sure if the item numbers are going to be the same, so we'll wait until those are released. Let me show you a couple other things while I have you. Kind of a little sneak of some of my goodies coming out as well. I used a lot of them for my sample. Okay. So along with the album, we also have these cool little paper clips, and they say like hope and happy, pin it, create. There's a little Polaroid camera. There's the little cute heart. And some chevron. Bunch of little designs from the papers. We also have chipboard. See, I have a couple other of my little Bloom Girls. My little photographer and our artist. We have little paintbrushes. We have the camera, feathers. We have my cute little heart glasses. And then we have Click It and Create, Instachick, a bunch of fun little bits and pieces to use. It's cute. Let's see what else I can find to show you guys. And we have flare buttons. Again, this CHA. You can see some of them on the cover. Okay. And we have a couple more of the little cling stamps. We have a little set that have my little photographer, a few little words: inspire, create, explore. We have the little feathers. And then there's a nice little chevron. Where did that one go? I used it earlier. We have a little chevron cling stamp as well to go with the collection. Okay. I wish I had more to show you guys, but I don't because I used it all. Let's see. Do you have any questions? I wanted to make something nice and happy and bright. Here are a couple of my original sketches for the girls. So you can kind of see where this all starts out. It does start out with just original artwork that we computerize and send in, and they turn into our stamps. I haven't, but I definitely can try. I can put a couple together and see what Prima says about the boy stamps. I know there's not a lot of boy stuff out there. Thank you. I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and stamp one of these girls, okay? So I have this little wood block that I put a piece of paper on. Okay? And they may be kind of a little edgy boys. Like maybe eye patch here and there, or let's see. They'll be cute boys, but maybe mustache. The girl with the strawberries in her hair. Is it this one? The side one? Is the journal you just showed for Art Venture? No, this is for Art Venture. This is my sample that we're going to be doing at Art Venture in January. The flowers, I will tell you the flowers will be different because I'll have the new ones that are coming out. So we will be swapping out a few of these for the current flower collections, which you guys are going to adore. I don't have the samples, but we will be swapping some of those out. No, this is actually going to be, this album is going to be released as well at CHA. Okay? And when the papers you see in here come in this album. Alright? So you get all these pages already in the album, ready to go, ready for you to add to. This is a finished, this is the album that's going to be available at CHA. Okay? All of this was hand painted and all that fun stuff. So yes, that is, we're going to be using dimensional paste. We're going to be using gesso, twinkling H2Os. We're going to be using sprays. We're going to be using gelatos. We're going to be using watercolor pencils. We're going to be using a lot of different materials to kind of work with and show you how you can mix and blend and combine all of those art mediums together to create a fun, uplifting book for yourself, okay? And of course, you can change. If you're coming to Art Venture, you'll know that I am not a stickler on following direction. So if you guys take my techniques and make and create whatever your heart's content, okay? So that is our Art Venture sample. So I'm going to, let's do this one. We'll do that stamp. Where's my other one? We'll use this one. Okay. Hi, ladies. Okay. Oh, could you imagine if this is 12 inches? That would be one heck of a stamp. Maybe some type of stencil in the future. A stencil? I know. I wish stencils might be coming. Not this release, but we'll see. Okay. So here's my girl. I'm going to use the one with the little strawberries. Alright, with a little profile view. And I'm going to take my archivers. So I'm going to use a lot of water on here. I want to make sure that my stamp ink is waterproof. Alright. So when I use these, I don't use a brick because there's so much detail in the center. If I'm working on a matte, non-slippery surface, I can just put it on and stamp right onto, take that off, stamp directly onto my project. This is the first run for this stamp, so she may not come out too clear, but we're going to paint over top of her anyways, so you're not going to notice the oopses if there are any. And which is funny, and I will admit this 100%, I am not the best stamper ever. If you want a clean stamped image from me, it's going to be hard pressed to find, okay? I'm more of a mixed media artist. I really wanted to design ones that could be used for mixed media for those that are intimidated by drawing, but you still want to have those girls on your pages. I wanted to give you something that you could use, okay? So that is where I'm coming from with these little girls. Okay, so I'm just going to put her on straight down, push right along my sides, in the center. I keep one hand in place so that my stamp doesn't shift on me. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, again, I'm not the best stamper, but look at how much of the detail still shows up in her flowers, in her hair, in her face. Okay, put that aside. Let's see. But see, me, I will let you know for sure, I promise, and Jamie will let us know too. Because with the mixed media, you don't really have to be exact on these, okay? You can be very free with them because you can hide those mistakes. Okay, so when I'm coloring my girls, 9 times out of 10 I use watercolor pencils, okay? Especially if I'm using a neutral background that has a little bit of a skin tone to it. If it's a blank white, bright white, then I'll bring in some other colors and paints. But if you're working like this paper, it has a yellowish neutral tint to it, so I won't mess with it very much. But I need a little bit of water real quick. What I will do is I'm just going to add shading to our painting. Okay, so just a quick little lesson. These aren't dry yet. Let me hit it with a heat gun real quick. Okay, I think we're good now. We'll check when we get water on it. So when I'm going on the girls, I just kind of go right around the edge of their faces, just lightly. And again, in the coming months, I'll be showing you guys more tricks and tips on how to use these stamps. But I just go right around the edge. I don't color all the way in, just for the watercolor pencils. And then I take a little bit of water with my brush. And this one has paint in it. And this is a weird habit, but if you've taken my online workshop, you'll know why I do this. I wipe on my hand. I don't take a paper towel. I just wipe my hand to get the excess water off. It doesn't soak up all the water, but it just takes enough of that dripping mess off. And then I run it right around my pencil. And that draws in that color from the watercolors, and creates dimension on her face. Okay? And you can add more. You don't want to add any while it's wet. You want to go back in once it's dry and add more. But that's one way that I use these girls. I also have the Twinkling H2Os, which I adore. If you haven't used these, you definitely want to. Yeah, let me show you close up. It's hard to see in the light. I apologize, but here, let me see if you can see kind of where my coloring has started. Okay. And I can add more in there. Now with the H2Os, you want to add water to the tub, to the little well, to loosen that up. And the H2Os, they're a watercolor, but they have like a glimmer in them, which is really fun. And I'm just going to go in and paint my little leaves. You can get really messy and let it roll out. Now I use Mod Podge on top of this, so it's taking a little bit of the absorbency out of my paper, which does make a difference. It kind of pools up on the top until it's totally dry. Just a little FYI. What I suggest is, if you are going to be using it on paper that you've already decoupaged on, spray over the top of it with a workable fixative. Krylon makes a really nice one, and what that does is it gives you it gives bite back to the paper, because the Mod Podge takes some of that away when it seals your paper, okay? Oh, that's okay. Alright, so here is some of the bits that I've painted with the H2O. Okay, it's not dry yet, but you'll see once it does dry, the more you get these wet, the more the glimmer comes out. So let's see, do I have any other little spots that could use some green in there? Okay. Around my little strawberries. I gotta see if I have a red. I think I do. Okay. Close that up. Color a little more of her face now that she's dry. I can add a little bit more pencil. You can see with it before it's wet, it just looks like regular pencil. And my tip with using watercolor pencils, always start out light. You could always add more. If you add too much, you can't really take it away. You can, but you could start making a muddy mess. So you want to start light and then go back in, okay? So you can go back in and kind of blend those out a little bit. And we'll be, those of you taking Art Venture, we will be going over these techniques. These are kind of the main ones we're going to have fun with. So, okay. So I'm just going around her face. Now let's try something else, okay? Let's see. You can also use the Pit pens. Let's find a couple that would be decent for her hair. So I have the Pit pens. These are Faber-Castell. They're their water-based artist color pens. I'm going to go right around just the shadowed areas of her hair. Add a little... Oh, that's not yellow! Oh my goodness. That says yellow. That is not yellow. Pooh. Let's see if this one's yellow. Okay, that one's yellow. So I'm going to kind of blend those together. And then you can see them before I've blended them, kind of. Come on. I'm going to take a little bit of water and blend those out even more. Kind of paint that out a little bit. A little bold more than I wanted, but that's okay. So you can blend with water with the Pit pens as well. Now my color on here is a little more orangey than what's showing on the video. Okay. Now another thing you could do is we can totally make this mixed media. Alright. So I'm going to take this, now that we've done the pretty happy, we are going to totally go crazy. Okay? We can now spray over the top of it because it is a very strong stamp and it is a very strong design. We don't have to worry about our stamp kind of losing itself underneath mediums, except for gesso. That one you would lose some of your... Let me grab a bigger paintbrush. I know you guys are probably screaming at me right now. How could you dare you? How dare you spray on top of her? I'm going for it, ladies. I'm going for it. Now, the spray I just sprayed is the Dilutions. It's by Diane Reevely. They're it's Postbox through Ranger. Okay, it's red. It's not orange, promise. Okay. Okay, neither have I. Okay, what kind of spray is that? Yes. The Dilution sprays, they don't have a glimmer in them. They're just a pigment spray. And they are very vibrant, very colorful. I could have dried this to set it, which I'm going to with the orange. And the orange I just used was squeezed orange. And I'm just drying this in place. Giving it kind of a marbled effect. These are water-based, so they could be reactivated with water. And with the red underneath and the orange on top, what I did was I reactivated that red, and we have this cool marbled effect, or watermark effect, on our board now. Okay. Most of it's dry. So you can see, you can totally use these on art journals. Stamp under or your original surface could be your stamp, and then you can use your sprays on top. You could also take your stamp. I'm going to clean it off. The plaque was a Prima paper. I don't remember. It's been a while since I put the paper on the plaque. I apologize. Okay. It is a Prima paper. I want to say it's from the Yuki collection. One of the cute little, just simple pattern papers. Okay, so I have my little stamp cleaned off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a marker. Let's see. Oh, my eye itches. Let's see what color I want to go in. I want an off color. Dagnabbit, and they're not in here. Oh, my Copics. Let's try this one. It's been a while since I used them. So I'm just going to go in and color the one little flower I want to use. Okay. It may dry quicker than I can stamp it. And I could do that all over the canvas on top of her. Like I said, you could pick and choose some of the elements from these stamps to use as well. And you can layer them. See that little flower right there? Cute, cute, cute. Okay. And you can make a set of these. The plaques I got at Michael's, they're in their little wood area. Nothing too fancy. I think it was like $2. You can make a whole little lineup of them with the girls and with our sprays and all that good stuff. Okay. Oh. What is that? So how is everything else going? I'm so glad you guys could come. I'm so excited. I'm hoping you guys really enjoy this collection. These are very near and dear to me. My Bloom Girls, I put a lot of effort and time, and I'm grateful that I'm able to work on these. I hope you guys enjoy them. Again, for those of you who just kind of joined in, I'll show you kind of the stamped collection. This girl is the one we just used. And again, they're about a 4x5. Can be used for so many different things. And like, as you can see, I mean, we made this plaque and it took us maybe 5 minutes. It looks like a finished piece. You didn't have to take the time to stamp or to draw. It looks like you have created an already finished portrait. Okay, and then we have the Carrie stamp. She says it's Carrie. This is the Carrie stamp. I don't remember what I called it. And then this is the Sharon stamp. Our little crafty girl with the sewing and the fabric and the paintbrushes. And then we have my beautiful queen. I love this girl. She looks so innocent. And then my other lovely beauty. I love this one. And she has her little poppies and her, what are these? Dandelions. Is it dandelions? The ones you blow? Yeah. There's the stamps. Okay. And thank you. I know we're kind of a little short. Do you guys want to see anything else? You want me to try anything else? They probably won't be on sale until right around CHA. Keep an eye out. I know they're going to be doing more sneak peeks and more info in the coming weeks with all the brand new collections that are coming out. I do have a couple announcements. Besides CHA Anaheim, we also have, or not CHA Anaheim, Art Venture Anaheim, we also have Art Venture coming to Canada. Yay! And if you are any way, shape, or form close to Canada or can come up to Canada, I so suggest it. It's going to be Lamore, Carrie, and I, and we're going to have 6 classes, 2 apiece. It's all inclusive, so your room, your food, everything's included in the price. You get 6 classes, you get a bunch of products, free Prima goodies. We're going to have such a good time. If you have been around any of us, you'll know that it's going to be a fun weekend. And that is in April, the 11th through the 13th. And it's only $50 to save your spot. You can make payments so you can get through the Christmas, you can get through the holidays, and have plenty of time still to save up for the event. On Prima's Facebook page, all of the information's there. Also, I posted a poster on my artist page as well as my personal page with all the information and the link to sign up. So you want to make sure you go and sign up, okay? And next Live with Prima, that one is going to be Karen Tamir. She's going to be on December 17th. I hope I pronounced that name right. December 17th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So next Tuesday, make sure to check in. We have a little guest artist joining us this month for Live with Prima. I appreciate you all for coming tonight. I've been working so long on these, and I'm so grateful that you guys are excited about them, and they're as excited as I am. Now again, if you guys plan on coming to CHA that first day, if you guys are coming, come and try to find me. I'll probably be around Prima's booth. I'll be walking around. And the first 10, maybe 15 people, I'll have a special jewelry piece with the Bloom Girls on it to hand out to you guys. And we'll take pictures and have a great time. And then those who aren't, I will have a couple chances during CHA. You guys can try and win one of those pieces as well. I'll be posting the pieces as well as some sample work up on my Facebook page here in the next few weeks. I can't believe CHA is like a month away. Same with Art Venture. It's going to be so exciting. And CHAs, they are trying their hardest to make it the best they've ever had. So CHA is really going to be great. Prima always knocks it out of the park with their booth and their products. So I just can't wait to see what they all come up with. And until then, I will see you guys next month on Live with Prima. And thank you again for coming. Thank you for coming and showing your support for my artwork. It means a lot to me. So have a good evening, good day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.